My name is Soila Malik. I'm married to Malik. I'm a marketer by profession. I'm 32 years old. Yes.
Hi guys, my name is Malik. I'm the husband to Soila. We've been married for 2 and 5 months now. I'm a graphic designer and I'm 32 years old.
We met in a studio at Mwongela. I have a friend who is a producer. I'm not sure whether he still has the studio right now, but he called me and he told me that we are supposed to record a song. So I went there on my off day. And he told me that he was working with other 2 young men. That's how he put it. And so we arrived there. And after like 30 minutes, they came in and we were properly introduced. And that's where I saw him. And the first impression that I had about him was he was just a cool guy. And I thought, why can't we be friends? That was in my mind then. I was not ready even to have a boyfriend.
The friend of mine, a colleague, we were working together, introduced me to her and told me her name. Then I remember we were laughing because the first time we couldn't pronounce her name very well. So after I got her name, I got interested in her because she was so beautiful.
True. He stayed there for like half a day. He didn't go to his office. He was staring. Since I was going there weekly, like every week on Tuesdays in the morning, so the second week I went there on Tuesday again because we didn't finish recording the song. And I took him for our first date. Actually, I'm the one who paid, and I'm the one who suggested the idea of taking him out as a friend. I didn't have any intentions of being boyfriend. I just thought he was a cool guy, a quiet guy, and I needed a friend by then, a male friend for that matter. So we went out still at Mwongela and we had lunch together. Yeah.
But I remember before we even went for the date, there was this time we were going to shoot a short film. And then she was invited to feature in the film.
Yeah.
Then before we went for the shoot, I remember I asked her a number. It was like by force because I commanded her to give me her number. And then she gave me. That's when we started the WhatsApp conversations. And during the conversations, that's when I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, he was like, wacha tufupishe hii maneno, will you be my girlfriend? On phone, on call actually. And I was like, I think I'm ready, yes. That's evil too. I didn't think.
Our dating process has not been as smooth as someone might think. But it was very interesting, and we have nothing to regret about it because I was cool, and I always take things slowly. But for her, she was a bit tough, and it was tough for me handling her. But we made it through because I used to calm her down most of the time when we are not in good terms. Even I used to say sorry when I'm not supposed to be saying sorry when she has wronged me. So that's how things used to be. That's what made our love become more stronger and stronger.
For me, I can say I wasn't ready at that time. As I said earlier, I needed a friend, a male friend, whom I could confide in everything about myself. So I wasn't ready. And he was so ready, like he needed a wife actually. And so for me it was a bit difficult since I had 2 previous serious relationships na hazikuwork. So I was disappointed, and I remember this one time I called my family na nikawambia, please don't expect much from me as it is. I'll just adopt a kid and that's it, because by then nilikuwa nimechora job, so I have a job na do, so that's it for me. And so I remember a friend of mine telling me, Soila, I'm giving you 3 years and you'll come back with a different story. And I think after tukumaliza 1 month, he proposed with a bracelet, a very nice bracelet. And still in my heart I wasn't ready, but nikakubali. Kwa sababu nilikuwa najua tutaenda fana yeye, whichever relationship ingekuwa. Yeah, and then the 3rd week, he now proposed, no, it was a promise ring. He gave me a promise ring just to mark the territory. Yeah.
What we can't forget and what made us more strong in our relationship is how I used to handle her, because as she has said, she was not ready. She didn't want to be in a relationship, not even being in a marriage. But for me, I wanted to get married and I was sure she was the one for me. So I had to be more patient with her, mostly when she gets angry, because when she got angry, she never used to care about anything. So she used to just care about her life and everything about herself. So I used to make her see me and accept me and be together with me and do things together with me. So we always look back and then we reflect on that moment, and then we say, surely that moment, it made us who we are now. It made us come closer and it made her love me more.
Yeah, I was a piece of work. I'm still a piece of work, but thank God for him. I think God brought him into my life for a purpose, because even in my previous relationships, even on a friendship basis, most of my friends, male friends, used to tell me, Soila, hautaiolewa with this, the way you are, the way you talk, venye you talk back to someone, the way you know you're final, you have your own decisions to make. I don't think kuna chali atakubali. Na ile siku utaolewa will surely come to confirm. And so I thank God for him. At least he knew, alijua mahali pa kushika. Yeah, mahali pa kushika ama how to carry me na venye angefanya ndio nitulie. Cause nilikuanga huku juu. Akiongea nimeongea. Akisema nimesema. I think I was just not ready to be told anything by any man.
I remember one day I was coming from work, and that time we were staying together. I was coming from work. Then I was passing at this place, and then I saw a certain woman. She was making jewelries. So I saw the jewelries and then I liked them. And I was sure when I buy one for her, she wasn't my wife at that time, so she was my girlfriend. So I was sure if I buy one for her, she was going to like it. But I was not sure when I proposed with that bracelet, she was going to accept. But I was sure she was just going to accept it as just a gift. So I just told myself, let me try. Whatever will happen, no problem. At least I'm making a move. I'm making that progress of trying to make her know that she's the one for me. Yeah.
Yeah, so he brought the bracelet. It was a blue beaded one. And I accepted it. Actually, I loved it. Because I love African beaded stuff. I liked it, and even the color. And so he proposed, and he was like, Soila, mi nataka kumark tu territory. You're mine, you're my woman, and I want to marry you someday. So please accept this. Hii ndio ningepata saa hii. And so I was like, wow, okay. Nikasema tu it's okay, but at the back of my mind nikasema ingekuwa tu ring, but I'm okay with this one because najua ring itakuja baadaye. And as I said, the second week ndio ali propose now with the promise ring, just the promise ring.
One thing I can advise those people who are dating is you have to be patient. You know, most people when they meet, mostly they value the outward appearance, like how someone looks like. Others look at the money and all that. But if you want a long-lasting relationship, those are not the kind of things you have to look at. You have to look at someone, and then you see inside that person, and then you ask yourself questions like, are you ready to be with this person? Are you going to be patient for the next 50, 70, 80, 100 years with this person, with the way they are? If they are nagging, if they don't want you, like, will you be able to accommodate them in your heart and in your space with everything they are?
Okay, what I've learned is that it's patience. I was never patient. I'm really trying right now, and I can say that he has taught me to be patient. And so what I would advise is that for the couples who are dating, you should be patient with one another. It doesn't matter hakuwa na job saa hiyo, it doesn't matter. Just be patient with them, and whatever thing they bring in, just accept that, kwa sababu kuna leo na kuna kesho. It wasn't easy, actually, that's what I can say. And what I can say is, ilikuja kuhappen the last minute. We had nothing, hatukuwa na hiyo pesa, hata anything, not even like 10K aside. Yeah. So, God tu aliingililia. People just came in, mtu alikuwa anasema nitawapatia hii, nitafanya hii, I've given out my car. We wanted 5 cars, but we got 10. Fueled with drivers. Yeah. Yes. And I remember 3 weeks to our wedding, hakuwa amepropose. Na nilikuwa nimeshangaa, kwani kunaendaje? So I told him, unajua nini? Leo hii naoga, tunakutana town. Twende ni buy your ring. And I didn't want like the one, you know the surprise thing, me spend hizo vitu. So tukaenda tukabuy ring, nikachukua nikajivalisha. Yeah, and I told him, now you can take me out to a very nice hotel. Yes. First, our wedding was very successful, and we moved in like to a different house like 2 weeks to our wedding. Yeah. Tuliona hiyo ndio muda poa, at least tujipange vizuri. So we moved in 2 weeks to our wedding. Now after the wedding, kukaa nyumba moja na a total stranger. For me, it was a bit difficult because there's how I like my things, to handle my things. For example, mimi nikieka kama picha kwa meza isimame, ikiwa this angle, and you're like, wow, this pic looks nice, tafadhali rudisha tu venye ilikuwa at exactly the same angle. And so that has been so difficult kuishi na yeye. As in, akichukua tu kitu, harudishi mahali ilikuwa. It's like, oh, nice. And then aneka aside. And then telling him something more than 3 times, it agitates me kabisa. Hata sasa nasikia kukasirika. Anyway, yeah, by the way, na hasikilizangi vizuri, sijuangi akili na kwanga wapi. Gosh. You see ati asikiangi, but sometimes you might share something with him and it's very important and you need him to remember ya kesho. Like now the business that I'm doing, because he's anasaidia pia. And he's like, hey, nilikuwa nimesahau. Then I'm like, gosh, babe, how many times every day you keep on forgetting, like every day? Okay, sawa. Then this is what I have to live with, ni sawa tu. Because, okay, mistakes zake ni kidogo anyway. Uzuri wake ndio iko juu. So I'm like, wacha tu nivumilia, haina shida. Uzuri wake it's that when you tell him, no matter how many times you'll tell him, atakuja tu correct na pace yake. I noticed that I can't force him. You skia, by the way, you skia na you jua. So pace yake niliona you work na pace yake. It might take like 6 months hata kuja kukua laini, but ya kumforce, I noticed that he can't be forced. Yeah, it's like unapiga tu kelele na hata sikia. Na kurusha socks. Imagine you've bought actually we went to a supermarket tukasema sasa babe, you need a whatever ya kuweka hiyo kikapu ya kuweka nguo chafu, especially for you. So we went tukasema sasa tuteka kwa hii room. So ukitoa nguo tafadhali ukisimama peleka tu hapo. To date he doesn't do that. So I have to like collect everything, socks zingine unapata sijizi iko wapi, neka tu hapo. Nikiteta tu, but what to do?
Mine has not been smooth, but the only thing I'm happy about is that she's a piece of work. mostly about her attitude and the way she responds to like negative vibe is not the best way. So I always try to make her kind of be like me in a way. Like maybe when we are walking on the road and then maybe we meet someone and then by mistake and then he steps on a maybe shoe or something, she is always ready to maybe abuse that person,
No,
or
not
maybe
abuse,
or
no,
maybe do
gosh.
something to just number whatever. But I always tell her you don't have to react towards those things. So it has been a process. Nowadays she is better. But previously, what? Even I don't have a word for that.
One fact I love about him is that he always calms me down. Like when I'm heated up, he always has a way, always. Sijui utoa wapi. It's like he knows me kabisa kabisa venye mimi niko. He calms me down. And the fact that you nibembeleza, kwa sababu saa zingine I can just kasirika and do some stuff yenye najua yenyewe nafanya hii nikijua. So tu kuja tu nibembeleze. Imagine he comes, akuangi like weka hapo tutaona like nini yako tuko nayo yote itakuja ishe. He's never like that. He'll come and like, babe, we can't sleep. Hatuwezi lala, by the way. We have to talk. And I thank God, hata sahi, sasa siku hizi at least najaribu mimi ndio mumwambia, babe, we can't sleep. At least he has taught me something positive. Yeah. That's what I can say. We have so many happy moments, but that's one of the happy moments yenye mimi inanifurahisha sana. And him being a man, like, unaona venye unamwona hivi anakaa mdogo mpole. Wacha tu. Just step on him, ndio utajua yeye ni nani. That other side of him niliona after marriage. Yeah, nilikuwa nafikiria he's a weakling, but he's not. Actually, he is not. He defends me in most places. Yes, and na feeling vizuri sana.
The happy moments is when aki react when she's angry. For me, it's amusing. I just laugh about it because she looks funny when she's angry. So when she's angry, sometimes I usually ask her, babe, so mkasirika? Huh? Endelea kukasirika, and then I start laughing. So during that moment when I'm laughing, she always finds herself laughing too. Then she stops being angry. So that's the happiest moments I enjoy.
Like he likes pushing me to the corner. Ananiambianga, babe, mutaka kuona limit yako ya kukasirika itafika wapi. And then I'm like, you're not afraid of what I can do, because hata mimi sijui limit yangu inaweza fika wapi. He's like, no, I'm prepared for anything. So he really pushes me mpaka nakasirika, and I feel so bad. I don't know how he handles it, but that's how he is. And then he finds pleasure in that. He's so weird. So he finds pleasure in that. Yeah. And I like it also. The small two things zenye tunagombana or something, mupenda by the way. Somehow it spices up the marriage. Okay, what I can say is that in any relationship, be it friendship, be it marriage, be it maybe you're courting, any relationship is made and remade. Every day you have to make it. Ya leo itakuwa ya kesho. You should also expect new things tomorrow. And then you should be ready to handle those things. Pamoja, mna handle hizo vitu pamoja. I remember this time, by the way, we've undergone, sisi tumeundergo in our marriage, by the way. This 2019 ndio tumeanza ku rise, si ndio? Remember we shared a tomato for dinner? A tomato. Just one. Na salt, yes. Because salt was available, nothing else was available. Tomato ndio ilikuwa imebaki, thank God akakuwa kameoza. So we shared that for and we were laughing, by the way. We were like, hey, so you know, kana hii ndio our last supper, and then tuendage. And we laughed about it, by the way. So what I can say also is kuvumiliana. Be patient with one another. No matter how life comes to you, as long as you have that love together, and then you put God first, let him be the center of it all. But marriage, you have to work. You have to work. Ni kama kazi, by the way. Ni kama kazi. Yeah, that's what I can say. Any relationship is made and remade every day.
In marriage, marriage is not a smooth ride. Like when you get married, everything is just smooth. Marriage is something that is made by the two people in it. Like you have to handle every day as it comes. You have to handle your spouse the way they are. So those people who just get into marriage thinking that everything is just going to be smooth, they're mistaken. Marriage is a bumpy ride. So when you get there, you will find today we are laughing, tomorrow we are crying. So you have to be ready to handle every situation that comes in marriage. And the sweetest moments are made by the couple.
What I can say is that even when someone asks me, Soila, marriage iko aje? Mumwambia yangu mimi iko mzuri kwa sababu mimi ndio nimeitengeneza, mimi na yeye ndio tumeitengeneza. You just wait yako ifike. I can't really tell you. When ngoja uingie hapo, you'll come and tell me. But otherwise, bottom line, it's how you make it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Bebla, thank you so much for being my hubby. Thank you so much for being my confidant, my friend. Thank you for teaching me how to be patient with myself and other people. And also, I can't wait tukipata watoto. I just can't wait. Nataka tu kuona ukikuwa Buddha. Sijui, I just can't picture that. But, however, I can't wait to see that, and I can't wait for you to be the father of my kids, God willing. And also, thank you so much for always being for providing a shoulder to cry on. Thank you so much for understanding me the way I am, just the way I am. And may God bless you so much. Ndio uendelee kunipenda, usiyeiona mwingine. And yeah, God bless you.
Bebla, I love you, and I'm happy that I've made you realize your potentials. I know you are a strong woman and you are a force to reckon with. I know you can do much, much more than you think you can. You know you can. So I'm happy to be together with you. I'm happy for the moment that we have shared, and I'm looking forward for the moment we'll share together till we are even 1,000 years if it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you, and I will always love you and stay by you. Thank you.
What I can say is that patience has been our pillar in this relationship. Okay, number one has been God. However, patience has been our pillar. We've been patient with each other. No matter how life has been, like for 2017, 2018, we really underwent something, I don't know, hata sijui kama iko na jina. We really underwent something very difficult, the two of us. But something I noticed about that is that we were more closer. Yeah. Instead of could divide. It brought us more closer. So patience pays. Patience pays. That's what I can say.
True. Our parting shot, or my parting shot, is that you have to be patient with your spouse. It doesn't matter the way she behaves. It doesn't matter the way she does her own things. You have to understand, and then you sit down, you try to talk together and put everything on the table and share. You don't have to compete about anything. You have to share. You have to include each other's. You have to include each other in everything that you do. Even if you work in a different place and she works in a different place, you have to think about her. She has to think about you, and then you have to try and find a middle point where you always meet and agree on things.
Yeah, and always be yourself.
Yeah.